The fire and the rope were not the only weapons. They were just the visible ones. There was another campaign running simultaneously, quieter, slower, and in many ways more devastating because its damage compounded across generations. The systematic, deliberate, legally enforced destruction of Black wealth. Black people built wealth repeatedly against extraordinary odds. And every time they did, the machinery moved in to take it. At the end of the Civil War, General Sherman issued Field Order Number 15, redistributing 400,000 acres of confiscated Confederate land to formerly enslaved people, 40 acres per family. President Lincoln approved it. Then Lincoln was assassinated. President Andrew Johnson, a Tennessee slaveholder, overturned the order within months. The land was returned to the Confederate families. That broken promise established the template for everything that followed. Convict leasing was slavery reconstituted with paperwork. Black men arrested on fabricated charges and leased to plantations and railroads as forced labor. The state collected the fee, the company got the labor, the man got nothing. This system ran from 1865 into the 1940s. In the 1930s, the federal government drew maps of American cities. Neighborhoods graded A to D. Black neighborhoods marked in red, ineligible for federally backed mortgage loans. Banks followed those maps. Insurance companies followed those maps. Black families were denied access to home ownership, the primary mechanism of American wealth accumulation for decades. The racial wealth gap that exists today, the median white family holding approximately 8 times the wealth of the median Black family, was not created by accident or by individual failure. It was created by these named, documented, deliberate policies. The GI Bill, after World War II, created the American middle class. Black veterans who stormed Normandy, who flew as Tuskegee Airmen, who liberated concentration camps, came home and were excluded from nearly every benefit it offered. By banks that refused their applications, by universities that refused their enrollment, by suburbs with deed restrictions prohibiting Black ownership. Their white counterparts used those benefits to build wealth that compounded across 3 generations. In the 2000s, Wells Fargo internal documents, revealed in federal investigations, showed loan officers referring to subprime mortgage products as ghetto loans, and specifically targeting Black borrowers for them regardless of creditworthiness. When the bubble burst in 2008, Black families concentrated in the most predatory loan products lost their homes at catastrophic rates. The 2008 crisis wiped out more Black family wealth than any single event since the Tulsa Massacre. Not one bank executive was criminally charged. America was not the origin. America was a chapter. From the 7th century to the 19th century, 1,200 uninterrupted years, Arab and Ottoman slave traders conducted one of the largest forced migration operations in human history. An estimated 14 million Africans captured and transported to North Africa, the Middle East, and the Indian subcontinent. The mortality rate during transport, 80 to 90%. 8 or 9 out of every 10 people captured died before reaching their destination. Compare that to the Atlantic crossing, where approximately 10% died. The Arab trade was 8 times more lethal per captive. Arabia did not abolish slavery until the 1960s and 1970s. Mauritania did not criminalize it until 2007. Portugal initiated the transatlantic slave trade in the 15th century. Britain transported an estimated 3.1 million Africans across the Atlantic. British banks financed the trade. British insurance companies insured the human cargo. When Britain abolished slavery in 1833, the government paid £20 million in compensation, not to the enslaved people, to the slaveholders, for the loss of their property. British taxpayers finished paying off that loan in 2015. France enslaved Haiti's population under conditions so brutal that the average life expectancy of an enslaved person on a Haitian plantation was 7 years after arrival. After the Haitian Revolution, the only successful slave rebellion in recorded history, France sent warships and forced Haiti to pay reparations, not to the Haitian people, to France, for the financial loss of its enslaved property. Haiti finished paying that debt in 1947. Belgium's King Leopold II operated the Congo as his personal property. Congolese people forced to harvest rubber quotas. If they failed to meet their quota, their hands were cut off. Children's hands were cut off. Between 1 and 10 million Congolese people died. Leopold never set foot in the Congo. He managed the entire operation from Brussels and became one of the wealthiest men in Europe. Germany and Namibia issued a formal extermination order against the Herero people in 1904. Every man, woman, and child to be shot. Those who were not shot were driven into the desert with the water sources poisoned behind them. Germany did not formally acknowledge this as genocide until 2021. It has not paid reparations. Let us hold the full weight of what this series has documented. Babies carried to alligator pens and used as live bait. Men chased through swamps and shot for sport. A rebellion leader hanged, then skinned. His flesh boiled into grease. His bones handed out as trophies. His hide made into coin purses and passed around a Virginia county like souvenirs from a hunting trip. Women sterilized on operating tables without their knowledge or consent. 600 men in Alabama observed dying of a disease the government could have cured for 40 years. Disease-carrying mosquitoes released into black neighborhoods as weapons tests. Cities burned. A city bombed from a helicopter. Books bound in human skin. Shoes sewn from human leather. Photographs of lynchings printed as postcards and mailed through the United States Post Office. The Tuskegee experiment ended in 1972. The Mississippi appendectomy continued into the 1980s. California sterilized women in prison until 2012. A man was hunted and killed in Jackson, Mississippi in 2011. The question is not whether this happened. The question is what it means that most people were never given the full picture. What it means that the systems built on this foundation are still standing, still operating, still producing outcomes that follow the same pattern with different paperwork. Mass incarceration is convict leasing with updated branding. Predatory lending is debt peonage in a suit. The weapons changed. The architecture did not. History is not the past. History is the architecture of the present. You cannot repair a structure you refuse to look at. You cannot heal a wound you are still pretending does not exist. This is the unheard. And this is what they did to us. This has been part 4 of What They Did to Us, presented by The Unheard. Part 5 is the final chapter, covering the science of human destruction, called seasoning. The forced death matches staged for white entertainment and the most suppressed chapter in 400 years of slavery scholarship. Subscribe so you don't miss the finale.